cranberry juice mixed with water in here. I don't know about you, but I dilute cranberry juice because sometimes it's too strong for me. It's too strong for me. It's too strong for me. It's too strong. It's too strong. Anyway, hello guys. Hello. Hey, how are you doing? I hope everyone is having a great day. I am a little congested because I am a little sick. I'm getting over a sickness. So if I sniff or if I sound a little weird, that is why. So today would be the introduction or the first episode of my podcast session, That Loquacious Girl. Everybody give me a hand. Yeah, another one. That was too short. Thank you. So That Loquacious Girl. This is the podcast section. So podcast section will basically be like, I'm gonna have a topics. It's gonna be episode. Whatever the topics will be. I might have friends. I might have a guest. I might do extra stuff. Whatever. But it's strictly podcast. And then vlogging would be more stuff like, a day of my life. I'm showing you what I did that day, who I'm hanging out with, or whatever I'm doing. So we got podcast session, and then we got vlogging, and then we gonna have sections in vlogging, but that's a whole different story. So since this is the first episode for my podcast, That Loquacious Girl, we need to get to work. I have my new iPad with me. This is the case. Don't look at my nails. This is the case. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Thank you. I just recently got this and I'm in love with it. And then the inside, of course, is pink. My favorite color is black, but I like me some pink. And then the screensavers, me and my boo. I'm not spending $80 to $100 on an Apple Pencil. So if I mean one on Amazon that was $15, that does the same thing. But anyway, my plan today is to write out some YouTube information. So we have red in podcast, and then we have blue in vlogging. So the way I plan to start my podcast videos will obviously still have an intro, but it will be a different intro compared to vlogging. We would do it with topics, of course, and it will be episodes. I think that's all I really need to write right now. Of course, podcasts will still be edited like vlogging videos. It will still be edited. I will still be doing that, of course. But anyway, I've had a lot of family and a lot of people around me say, you should definitely do your podcast. And at first I was like, is it really worth it to do it? Because I didn't think people would watch or really listen. But I mean, I know I have supporters like family members and friends who would, and you never know. I realize there's people who like to watch plenty of different things. So I could still possibly be one of them, Yeah. Yeah. It's called having faith for yourself. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess I mean that's all it is really for the introduction of how this is gonna go. Um let's say number one's episode for our topic today. Let me write it down first. Okay. So my conversation for today for the first episode will be my New Year's resolution. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's only well, today is December 7th, but you guys probably are gonna get this later in a week or whatever. But I know it's only the beginning of December, but it's about to be the end of the year, and this is around the time where I usually reflect and look back over the year and realize, wow, so much has happened. Yeah, so much has happened this year, and I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of y'all can agree that so much has happened this year. But I would say I have three big lessons that I learned this year. Three big, huge lessons, and then I can get deeper into the topic. My first lesson, of course, obviously, is this year really taught me to trust in God. This year taught me to trust in God. Yes. And then my second would be it's okay to be alone. I've learned that it's okay to be by yourself. It's not, you don't always have to be surrounded by people. And being by yourself um, helps you learn yourself better. And, it also gives you time to focus on anything that you really need to get done and focus on evolving yourself. And I would say my third lesson from this year, which is a really big one, is um, eval- evaluating friendships. I would say, if that makes any sense. Maybe that was the wrong bite, and I don't really think it was that bad. I don't think it was that bad. I will say evaluating friendships, and what I mean is like you have some friends where for a fact, like this person is my person. They're like my platonic soulmate. I got them, they got me. Like and y'all communication is just top tier and there's no problems and you just know. Basically, yeah, you just know. And then you have some friendships where you may not have that sure feeling, but it's not like you're really in a moment where you're considering the fact that it will end. And then you have the third from friendship where either something's going wrong and you just have a feeling it's about to end. You're rocky, you don't know, you feel like you're on eggshells being friends with this person. And I feel like when you start to feel like that, that's when you like know, like that person's not staying in your life. And I think for me, this year taught me to evaluate people better, to respect people's wishes, and to move on. And I will say another thing that I will be learning for New Year's resolution stuff, and not even just for 2026, like moving forward in my life, I've learned that you don't always have to explain yourself to people. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you don't always have to explain yourself to people. And I think that's my problem is that I feel like I always have to give a long, deep explanation. I'll be feeling like this person's not understanding me. This person's not understanding me. And I feel like as people, we need to realize like if someone really wanted to understand you, or they would at least try to. Versus there's some people where you can tell they're already closed minded. They already made a decision on, however they feel about you. So sometimes trying to sit there and explain your point of view or your perspective is basically you wasting your time and wasting your breath because that person's already decided, how they feel. They're not changing their mind. There's some people who tell you they understand, but they still really don't understand. So I've learned that that's okay. That's okay. And another thing, well, I said three things, but I said three things, but I'm naming more than three things. But another thing definitely would be um I was just about to say it. Ah, I was just about to say it and I forgot that quick. Oh, I found it. Another thing that I will not be doing from now on or trying to avoid doing would be putting too much energy into something that is not reciprocated. So whether it's a person, whether it's a relationship, some anything of that form, the crowd you're in, like don't overexert yourself and you're not getting it in return. Because like I'm only 20. I still live with my mom. I still need my mom. She's still my guardian and things like that. But, I feel like we're grown. We're grown now. It's a lot going on in the world. You don't, everything could look like it's okay on the outside to a person, but people deal with a lot. You don't know what a person is dealing with. So I just feel like if you really don't like someone or you don't want to be around someone, don't be fake. Don't pretend. Just tell the person you don't like them or just stop talking to them. Like just move on. And then for the other person on the other end like me, if that person is giving you weird energy and you're not liking it and they're not respecting you and you start to feel weird and icky, please just remove yourself from that situation. Don't keep trying. I mean, if you already tried once or twice, that third time, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Um, so yeah. So just don't like I don't know, I talk about it with my dad a lot. And I love having topics with my dad. I actually will be bringing him onto my podcast one day, whenever that is, but it will be eventually. But you have to learn not to be selfish, but how to be selfish in a good way. Um you have to learn what you allow to let into your heart and what you allow to hurt you and what you allow to bother you. And if you get to a point where you learn how to ignore people's weird activities or their hatefulness, you know, certain stuff won't bother you anymore. And I would say one of my biggest lessons too, I also seen this guy on TikTok. He was saying once you learn how to change your perspective, you're gonna start to feel so much better. Like if you're in a store and a person come up to you and be like, "You're ugly," you can change your perspective. Like maybe they're just having a bad day and they're trying to take it out on me. They're trying to ruin my day. They're trying to be a jerk instead of feeding energy into it. Whatever. You think I'm ugly? It's not like we sleeping together. Not like we dating. So, okay, whatever. Um, anybody just give you that. weird energy being disrespectful to you, towards you, learn how to just boot them. I mean, okay. Now, you sometimes there's situations where you gotta demand your respect, or depending on who it is disrespecting you. So I'm not saying allow disrespect. I'm just saying, like there's some stuff where you don't have to allow it or whatever. Um, I hope this episode kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie, this episode kind of boring. This episode kind of boring. This episode kind of boring. This episode is kind of boring. I'm sorry. It's just cause like this is just an introduction, and the intro always gonna be boring. I'm gonna put some edits and stuff in this video. I'm gonna try to. Hold on. Let me take a sip of my drink. Hold on. Okay. I guess that's what I guess that's my snipping, my sipping moment, my sipping moment. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's all I have to say for this topic today. I will be doing, I'll just do a little bit more explaining on how my YouTube's gonna go. Like I said before in the beginning, I'm gonna have a podcast section and then I'm gonna have vlogging sections. Now, of course, I plan on doing different things for vlogging. It'll be video gaming, a day of my life, or hanging out with a friend, or whatever. But podcast will have its own section. The name of the podcast is That Loquacious Girl. Thank you, because I am a bit loquacious. Google what that means. So yeah, that that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me, because you love me and you adore me and you think I'm awesome and you think I'm great. Also, I don't know if I'm gonna consider it. Sorry, I don't know if I'm gonna consider it a vlogging or podcast video. I'll probably do vlogging since this would be my first podcast video. But I do have some videos that I recorded of me setting up, my podcast equipment. And I did do a video with my boyfriend. I could put some clips or whatever, some enjoyment, edited a little bit. That's the thing. It's the having to take the time to edit that I don't like. And then the video takes a long time to upload, because I can edit on my laptop, but I prefer to do it on my phone because I feel like it's easier to do on my phone, and I gotta save the video to my drive and all that other stuff. Excuse me. Okay, we're almost done. I just, want y'all to observe. Okay, tea, yellow. Okay. Thank you. Oh, this cup is new too. But I just got this at Walmart. I have a hydro flask, but the hydro flask is like the open spout, and I'm mad that I bought that because it was $40, and I like to have a straw. I also plan on doing ASMRs and stuff on this video. Not this video. I mean on the YouTube. But yeah, okay, but I mean, that is all. That is all. That is all. I'm so sorry. That is all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day, or night, or evening, or afternoon, or dusk, or dawn, or whenever you are watching this. And thank you for watching it. Please like and subscribe and comment, or engage. I'm always friendly. Um, you can. I'm gonna put my socials. Yeah, you can, follow my socials, or most of you probably already are on my socials, but yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna end the video now. Thank you for watching, and this was the first episode of That Loquacious Girl. Hold on. That Loquacious Girl. Hold on.
That loquacious girl. Ow. Okay.